in advance. Yung dito sa rule about sa itong, hindi naman lahat o OFW, but I think most of them ngayon are housed or billeted sa mga hotels. Yan ang quarantine nila. And much as we would like really to control, even going after itong mga soil, hindi natin kayang pantayan talaga. What I would propose to do is this. I think that the answer of the hotel is correct. They cannot be doing the police work for the government, itong mga hotels. We can maybe designate them, the hotel, but as to the enforcement, they cannot really enforce itong quarantine. And hindi sila you are delegating a governmental procedure imposed by government. So hindi natin masali na to the extent that we would be doing or abandoning really our supervisory power to the private person or entity. We cannot really, it would not be legally correct to go after the hotel owners or the managers there, or whoever is attending to the needs of the people that are inside the hotel because of quarantine reasons. We cannot transfer the power now of even stopping, if they would want to, if they would insist to go out, the hotel owners or whoever is working there cannot be tasked of or placing the burden of enforcing the rules about quarantine, because only government can enforce it. And we have not even to the extent of delegating them the powers to stop them physically. So that would be a messy thing to do. And we would run, afoul in so many gamut of issues there. They cannot physically, they cannot stop. They have no authority nor the power. Ang makapahinto lang sa kanila, yung government personnel placed or put in there in the hotel to work in the matter of placing people under quarantine. It has to be a government personnel or employee. Ngayon, what I propose for government to do is we have yet to see this si Secretary Anyo. Sir, kaya mo maglagay ng pulis sa mga hotels na ginagamit ng quarantine ng gobyerno? 2 pulis in 2 ships. para dyan lang.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. Nag-usap na po kami ni Chief Philippine National Police General Carlos tungkol po dito. At
Okay.
naghanda na po sila.
Okay. So kayo na mahala sa enforcement.
Opo.
Well, kung mga health authorities, mga empleyado, they can. Because now they are really working upon the orders of the Secretary of Health, kung ganun. Pero kung itong mga hotel employees or owners for that matter, they cannot be in a position legally to stop a person from doing his things. Especially illegal nga, pero walang clear delineation dyan sa what they can enforce and what they cannot. Sa tingin ko, wala pa na siguro. So, wala ng delegation of authority coming from just the same, it would be a questionable issue. So, ang mangyari, ang police, I thank Secretary Anyo for moving forward. Hindi na kaya kailangan so, ang police na lang. So, the police must have the complete authority to inquire how many, or the health authorities or itong tourism, sila ang magbigay ng listahan doon sa police. And even the hotels, they can provide the information all about everything who is placed under itong mga restricted movements. Yan ang tingin ko. I hope may I ask the Secretary of Justice, tama ba ako, sir?
Sir, with due respect, I can see something in the existing law, more particularly Republic Act number 11332. This is the law or act on mandatory reporting of notifiable diseases with its implementing rules and regulations, Mr. President. There is a provision there on non-cooperation as part of prohibited acts, Mr. President. And it seems to me that non-cooperation on the part of certain entities which are charged with a duty to respond to the pandemic may also be punishable. So these entities, Mr. President, may include establishments which are charged with a duty, for example, as a quarantine hotel, to ensure that people who are quarantined within the establishment should not be able to jump the quarantine regulation. So, with due respect, Mr. President, I think that can also be used.
Yes, but would it be possible for the hotel personnel now to stop physically the person?
Perhaps, Mr. President, the hotel management can devise ways of preventing without appropriate, perhaps by demanding certain proof of the need to go out, like for emergency reasons to see a doctor or something like that. But otherwise, if they will be leaving the premises of the hotel without any justifiable reason, or not for any emergency reason, then I believe, Mr. President, that they should not be allowed to exit the hotel. And hotel personnel may be able to do that also, in my opinion.
Physically?
Yes, because supposedly there are personnel in the hotel who man the entrance and the exit of the hotels. And if the hotel has been designated, Mr. President, as a quarantine hotel, then presumably all the occupants of the hotel are under quarantine. So if they cannot present any justifiable reason to go out, like to see a doctor or for medical reasons to go to a hospital, then perhaps the personnel of the hotel may also be able to stop them from leaving. That's my humble opinion, Mr. President.
Yes, I believe you're correct. Pero ang problema niyan is will they be able to stop? Well, this is already it's a done issue. Pare lang sa iba, ngayon lang nakikinig, yung hindi nila, they allow o debar some people under quarantine to go out of the hotel, and if they insist, there would be, I said, some sort of a physical thing, kasi pipilitin mo talaga yung tao at makipaglabanan na, that becomes a problem already.
Yes, tama po kayo doon, Mr. President.
Yung delegated power is not really very clear that they can stop or bar or prohibit. Medyo kulang ang batas.
Yes. Wala po sila talagang coercive, wala silang coercive power to stop. But they can only report kung meron pong violation yung occupant.
Ayan ang problema. That's why police na lang. So yung iba, I hope this is nationwide. I think we are. Now, I would like, this short discussion is really to make things very clear. Ang police na lang, because I do not think that pagka pumili talaga, if they force their way in getting out, magkakaroon talaga ng rokos or something, lalo na itong mga babae, makipag-away yan. So, I said, that's a issue to be addressed by the government. And I think Secretary Anyo has done naunahan niya ako. Iniisip-isip ko lang kanina. So, police na lang, 2 policemen assigned to itong hotels that are quarantined, and they also have to keep their mindful of their duty to advise the person, at kung magpipilit, then the power to arrest them, no doubt about it. Yung talagang insistent or anyway, sana wag. Baka sa probinsya medyo so kung kikinig ang lahat ng Pilipino, that's in the meantime, you can call the police. Pero pag umalis na talaga, then it's already the police would be the first responder dyan sa issue na yan. Look for the culprit. The culprit